Since the beginning of time, mankind has been able to harness the terrible forces of fire, electricity, and even the sun itself. But there is one force that is even more destructive and cancerous than even nuclear energy itself. And that power is the power of the BTS army. The BTS fandom is the biggest collection of incels since the dawn of 4chan, and every other week it seems they combine forces to take down anyone who even remotely slights their favorite K-pop boy band, and today it was my turn to face their wrath. In this video, I'm going to show you how I manipulated tens of thousands of hysterical teenage BTS stans into cancelling my friend for jokes that I told. Over on the Luke and Lewis Show, a podcast that you should listen to, I told a story about seeing some BTS fangirls in real life doing something completely normal. So I'm walking around Chadstone Shopping Centre, and these two old girls are walking around the shopping centre. I did a few loops. They passed me 5 times. I counted. So they were not shopping at all. They were only doing loops. And the two girls were holding a sign, like an A3 handmade, hand-drawn sign that was just advertising the new BTS album. And they were just purely there to do loops of Chadstone to advertise. They're not paid, a voluntary action. They're just there.
They're K-pop stands.
Yeah, and I saw that, and I've never ever wanted to bully someone like in real life. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you're in high school, sometimes you'll see a weird kid and maybe the thought to bully them will come in, but you're like, no, that's wrong. And I need to get that out of my head.
But someone needs to tell them that that's not okay.
Someone does.
Because they will, like in a decade, they'll look back on that day in Chadstone. Like, do you remember when we went to Chadstone to promote Korean pop stars who we've never met, or have no connection with? We've just done that in our brains. They'd want us to do it.
That's crazy.
They'll notice us if we do it.
That's mental illness.
Oh, yeah.
But also
severe.
I kind of feel a bit jealous, and I think that we should just throw it out there. Like, I kind of expect that level of derangement from our audience.
Yeah.
So if anyone wanted to make a handmade Luke and Lewis sign.
Can you guys be insane?
Yeah. That TikTok that you just saw was posted to our TikTok page, which we do very often. We didn't think anything of it until we noticed that the man uploading our TikToks tagged the video with every hashtag to do with the BTS army, delivering this clip straight into the lair of the enemy. Immediately, this clip was posted on Twitter, and thousands upon thousands of female incels desperately tried to prove that their fan base was completely normal by sending me death threats and telling me to kill myself. But if these girls had paid any attention to anything that I've done, they would know that death threats do not scare me. In fact, they don't scare me so much that I named my entire comedy special about it, which, by the way, just celebrated its 3-year anniversary. We dropped an entire merch collection, and if there's one thing that these girls hate, it's you supporting me. So jump on losebeers.com, check out that drop. Limited edition, it's going fast. Straight after this clip from our show was posted on Twitter, it got thousands of retweets, and tens of thousands of people literally filled up my mentions with reasons of why I should kill myself and why bullying is wrong, despite the fact that I said bullying was wrong in the clip that they are angry about. I guess you can't expect girls who exclusively consume Korean media to understand things that are presented in their own native language. English. And when I say my notifications were flooded, I mean it. These are thousands upon thousands of poorly spelled, badly formatted word vomit paragraphs from a fan base that is desperately trying to prove they are not hysterical by behaving like a horse that's been lit on fire and then attached to a keyboard. All of the tweets and DMs had the general generic themes that, to be honest, I've become accustomed to throughout my career. There were the death threats, there was the rage, there were the insults, but there was something that I haven't seen before that the BTS army was leaning heavily on, and that was just their attempt at being racist, specifically towards straight white men, which I have to respect. Because if you want to be racist and bring down a group of people, the hardest group of people to do that to is straight white men. I mean, there's not much you can say that can hurt a white man's feelings, but I actually was sent a list of racial slurs about white people by a BTS army member, and some of these are very funny. PONC, people of no color. I mean, that's pretty good. That's just funny. Mayo monkeys, I don't like. Snow roaches, nah, it doesn't really roll off the tongue. Paper sucks. Crackers, it's kind of there, but it doesn't really hit, does it? Colonizers, heard it before. This one I like. bleach demons. That's good. You fucking bleach demon. I feel like that has the potential to hurt my feelings, you know? Maybe back it up with 10,000 years of oppression and slavery and you might hurt my feelings, but until then, bleach demon is pretty good. I also like this one, no purpose flower. Some of these are pretty funny. No purpose flower, I rate that. Now that I have tens of thousands of incoherently enraged BTS army members incensed in my mentions, it's time for me to attempt the most daring, dangerous, and risky maneuvers of my career. Can I somehow harness the rage and power of the BTS army and then redirect it, manipulating them into cancelling the wrong comedian for jokes that I told? Let's begin. First, I chose the perfect candidate, fellow stand-up comedian and very good friend of mine, Frenchy. He's perfect because he is also incredibly tall and lanky. He's also a stand-up comedian and he's also a straight white guy, or bleach demon, if you prefer. My plan is simple. It's time to frame Frenchy for all of the things that I said. First, I changed my display picture to Frenchy's current Twitter profile picture. Then, I changed my display name from Lewis Spears to Frenchy. With my disguise complete, I'm now in the perfect position to harness the rage of the BTS army and redirect it towards my good friend Frenchy, completely destroying his mentions in the process. The easiest way to harness the rage is quite simply quote retweeting the most followed BTS fan accounts and saying whatever you know they would hate to hear. I received this tweet: "Stop trying to police females, dude. Is it too much to ask?" And then Frenchy quote retweeted that and said, "I'm a female behavior police officer and you are under arrest for crimes against humanity." Within minutes, this had 19 quote tweets, and those quote tweets had hundreds of retweets themselves. The plan was working. Frenchy's reputation was being destroyed in the eyes of teenage girls. Next, it was time to point out the issue that I correctly assumed would be a hot button issue in the BTS fan base. They seemingly have a very strong hatred for men, but they support a boy band. I received this tweet: "Men are absolutely trash," and Frenchy responded with, "BTS is a boy band." 34 quote retweets trashing me. That's 15 more than the previous tweets. The plan is working. I'm gaining momentum. Let's step it up a notch. Frenchy received this tweet: "Bullying is okay to you? You're fucking sick in the head." And then Frenchy responded with this: "Bullying people is wrong. However, BTS stans are not people." That one really got some traction. Over 200 quote retweets and thousands upon thousands of retweets of those quote retweets. I am hitting hundreds of thousands of BTS army members who are flocking straight to Frenchy's Twitter page to destroy his career. And now the real Frenchy is in my DMs asking what's going on and getting very confused because now the hatred is fully moving away from me and straight into his mentions. The plan's working perfectly. I've truly harnessed the power of the BTS army here. You BTS stans are just mad because I have more Instagram followers than all of you combined. And then the cherry on top, the link to Frenchy's Instagram. This masterpiece of a rage-baiting tweet received almost 400 quote retweets and almost 500 replies. Each one of these tweets getting tens of thousands of angry BTS fangirls over to Frenchy's Instagram to call for his cancellation. Mission accomplished. And with that one final tweet, the BTS army has completely forgotten who Lewis Spears is. I've since changed my Twitter profile back. I'm not getting any more tweets now. I've completely redirected their anger and rage from me to poor Frenchy. So let's call into the Tom and Frenchy podcast and reveal why every time he looks at his Twitter, his phone just about explodes from all the notifications.
Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network that encrypts all of the information sent from your device to the internet. It keeps it safe from big companies and evil cyber criminals. Also, a VPN swaps the real location of your device with a new one, enabling you to change your IP address to virtually anywhere in the world. So if a show on Netflix is only available in Uruguay, no worries, just jump on Surfshark, change your IP location to Uruguay, you can watch that show. Also, you can bypass censorship anywhere you are. If you're in a university or in a different country that isn't allowing you to access certain websites, No worries, jump on Surfshark VPN, change the location of your device to a place that will allow you to view that content, and no worries, you can have a look at it. It liberates your internet and keeps you safe from cyber criminals. Surfshark's Clean Web feature blocks tracking, ads, malware, and phishing attempts, allowing you to surf the internet much more safely. So if you would like to encrypt your online data and keep it safe from cyber criminals and big companies, use code Lewis to get 83% off plus an extra 3 months free with Surfshark VPN. Surfshark have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to trying it out. I seriously recommend a VPN to everyone who uses the internet, and Surfshark are great. Support the brands that support my channel. That's how we keep everything spinning. Check out the link in the description and use code Lewis for 83% off plus an extra 3 months free with Surfshark VPN. Thank you very much to Surfshark. Support the brands that support the show. Let's get back to the video.
So Lewis was telling me this week that he's been getting up to some mischief on Twitter, and we haven't talked about it yet, Lewis. So I'll let you fill us in on what you've been doing.
I change all of my social media on Twitter to Frenchy, and I go, whatever you BTS stans do, please do not cancel my tour. Dates can be found here, FrenchyComedy.com. I wrote, as the world's oldest comedian, I, Frenchy, demand more respect from you young BTS stans. 150 quote tweets. That really set them alight. I tweeted this photo of you shirtless as Frenchy going, "Don't make me unleash the beast, girls." Another tweet, this one's my personal favorite. "I used to be a teacher. I know how to discipline you."
Creepy Frenchy.
It's so fucking dumb that they thought like they fell for this shit. What about the one I'm got it up now where I'm covered in Vegemite doing the Vegemite pterodactyl and you written, "You think you can hurt me? I am a god."
Ha ha ha. Very funny, Lewis. No, seriously, it was very funny. It was out of all the ways I thought I would ever get pranked, not by someone pretending to be me, to BTS stans. Fucking got me. I will say this, Lewis. I will say any other time of my life probably would have been annoying. I'm mid-lockdown in Sydney right now. I'm bored as shit. So I love getting tweets off Asian girls. That didn't come out right. I enjoyed a bit of fire in my day. A few random Twitter mentions. It took me a while to realize what was going on because you changed it back. I got on Twitter. I saw Lewis Spears, your face, or everything, but then you were randomly tweeting about me. He's like, "I, Frenchy, hate BTS or whatever. Go cancel my tour." I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's not Frenchy. Poked myself. I'm like, yo, I'm still Frenchy. I did a shoey, smashed it, and I'm like, no, that's not Frenchy. I didn't order any attention. He ordered it for me. That's the opposite of what I did. I got in willy-nilly. This is the definition of collateral damage. I'm minding my own business. You're fucking going, let's go poke some 8-year-olds with a Frenchy stick. That sounds wrong too. Anyway, I was going to roast you in this video, but I actually found it a hilarious prank. And feel free to tweet me. Stans, I love it. Just any human contact is what I need. Peak lockdown. Please tweet me.
And there you have it. It seems I've proven once and for all that it is possible to harness the incredibly destructive energy of the BTS ARMY fan base and direct it against anyone you like, really. I mean, try this for yourself. If you have an enemy and you want to destroy their notifications, just spin up a BTS ARMY rampage rage tweet storm and then change your profile picture and send them after your mate. If you have an enemy that you would like to destroy the mentions of, it's very easy to do. Give it a go. Anyone can do it. It's very risky. You might end up on the club side of this thing, but it's also a bit of fun. And I know I don't normally do this, but I would like to issue a very sincere apology for this video to my good friend Frenchy. You really were just an innocent bystander in this whole thing. Sorry, mate. Check out Frenchy's channel down there. Not to leave hate comments, just to check out some of the comedy he produces. He makes some good stuff. Speaking of good comedy, if you would like to see me live, you can check out all of my tickets and information at louspears.com. frenchy.com. I'm going to all of these cities. I'm going all across the country, and I cannot wait to see you guys. If you are not in Australia or I've already been to your town, check out the new Death Threats Don't Scare Me merch drop. Seriously relevant for this video. Death Threats do not scare me. They just help me make sick merch, so you can cop that as well. There's a few vinyls left. I put the comedy special on a vinyl record. It's really nice, really cool stuff, and it's selling like crazy. So thank you so much to all the people who support me, and to all the BTS Army fangirls that are watching this. Gotcha, bitch. See you later. I'm Lewis Spears. Have a good night.